I am going to show you how to make Irish soda bread. Now, I'm a qualified chef and I've always been making soda bread. And I am using a traditional recipe. Now, all my recipes, the traditional recipe has appeared in all these fantastic cookbooks that have appeared worldwide. Okay, so the first thing and I'm in a domestic kitchen, by the way, not a catering kitchen. Over there in the corner I have a domestic oven. And so everybody should be able to follow my recipes. Okay, the first thing you must make sure is to have all your white ingredients, your right ingredients. We have white flour, brown flour, buttermilk, bread soda. Now, the next thing is to make sure your hands are clean, have no rings on your fingers, watches, perhaps earrings. Well, earrings, it doesn't matter. Do you like my shirt? Okay, so off we go. Now I'm going to use a mug. This particular mug has no handles, but it doesn't matter. You can use whatever mug we like. There's my sieve. The first thing we'll do is we'll put in a mug of white flour, like so. We put it through the sieve like that, and we'll sieve it. And that gets the air into the flour. Then we add a rounded teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a rounded teaspoon. Put that in the sieve as well. So, make sure there's no lumps. We put this sieve aside. I hope you're all following me on this. Now we put in the brown flour, and we put in about the same measure, about a mug. It doesn't matter what your mug is. Your mug might have handles, my mug doesn't have handles. You could use a teacup, it doesn't matter. Using your spatula, you mix the ingredients together, like so. Okay, you with me so far? Then, without spilling it all over the place, you add the buttermilk. In the olden days, they used to use unpasteurized sour milk, but we can't use that now. If you can even get it, I don't know. But don't use it, don't try, and it's got a peculiar kind of a taste which you wouldn't like. Buttermilk is sweeter. It might be a little harder to get. Now, you add the liquid to the flour and you make sure, or you try and turn it into a little bowl of, or a ball, I should say, of flour. Try and get it all together. It might need a little more liquid. Now, you use your spatula as much as possible and not your hands. Avoid using your hands. You do have to use your hands eventually, but try as little as possible, because you're not trying to beat the mixture into a pizza. You're trying to keep as much air in the bread as possible. So we're going to try, that's why we're doing it quickly. I'm going to put some flour on my hands. So I'm going to use my hands a bit, like so. And then, what I'm going to do, behind me, somewhere, I have a floured tray. And I'm going to put this little ball of brown bread into the floured tray, like so. Then, with my trusty knife, I'm going to cut right through. Do you hear it going right through? Into four, like so, so that they're almost separated. And that's it. Now for the cooking. I'm going to put this into the oven, about midway up the oven. I'm going to turn the oven down to gas mark 7, and I'm going to put it in for half an hour. I'm going to set my timer for half an hour, and when it's ready, I'm going to take it out, and it'll be cooked, hopefully. Okay? So we just hang around for half an hour. But no, I have already one made. About 5 minutes ago, I made one. And it turns out like this. Now, what you do with that for the next half hour is leave it like that against a wall to cool before you open it. And that's your Irish brown bread. Now when you get used to doing it this way, you can add all sorts of things like raisins and sultanas, sugar, butter, whatever you like. But the first and most important thing is to learn how to do this as simple and as clean as possible. And that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.